When it comes to cracking a job interview, it is your presence of mind and communication skills that become a deal maker or a deal breaker. Hi there, I'm Craig Travasso, a communication coach, voiceover artist, and TEDx speaker. And I'm going to share with you tips and techniques to keep in mind so that you can crack your upcoming job interview. Let's begin. Know your CV. Here are some specific aspects in your CV to be well aware of. Your job experience or internship experience, the duration you spent in the organizations, the key responsibilities managed, the projects that you were part of, the impact of the projects on the organization, any reward or recognition received by you or your team, certification courses completed, and your academic scores. You need to know your CV. Then, research on the 3 C's. What are the 3 C's? The first C is the company you're applying to. Have a brief understanding of the company's product or services. What is the problem that the company is solving? What is the company's USP? What are the various verticals of the company? For how many years have they been in business? Who are the founders of the company? What industry recognition or award have they received recently? You can find this info by browsing the company's website, checking their social media handles like Instagram and LinkedIn, as well as Google the company to understand how they have made headlines. You could even ask your AI buddy, ChatGPT, Gemini, etc., to review the company. However, it is key to verify the review by reading the source articles. By studying the company you are applying to, it will equip you with confidence and help you when the interviewer asks you, why do you want to join the organization? The second C is the customer. Who is the customer or client that the organization is providing products or services to? Is it a B2B model, B2C model, or D2C model? Is it a local, national, or global business? What are the customer reviews of the products or services offered by the organization? The third C is the competitors. Who is providing a similar product or service in the marketplace? How many years are they in the business? What is their USP? Is there something that the competitors are doing that this particular company that you are applying to is not doing? In this way, you need to research on the 3 C's: the company, the customer, and the competitor. Knowledge about the 3 C's shows your desire and keenness to join this particular organization. Technology. It is also vital to research on what are the current technology trends in this industry that is improving efficiency. Research specifically about the transformations in the sector as well as the possible threats in the space. Research the interviewer. Yes, you heard me right. Many times you get to know in advance who will be conducting the interview. If yes, read up on the interviewer by browsing his or her LinkedIn profile and understand their role, responsibilities, and achievements. Now you may be wondering, why should you research the interviewer? Well, firstly, it can help you feel more comfortable with the interviewer as you know a little bit about him or her. Also, at the end of every interview, the interviewer usually asks the candidate if they have any questions. Reading up on the interviewer's profile can help you ask an appropriate question on their journey in the organization. So far, we have spoken about preparation, that is, Know your CV, the company, the customer, the competitors, the interviewer, as well as being aware of the technology transformations and threats that the industry could be facing. Now, here are 6 questions to prepare for. Question 1. Tell me something about yourself. This is perhaps the most popular question. If you are a fresher, then speak about your previous internships, the responsibilities you handled, any project you were part of that gave you a lot of pride, certification courses completed, your academic scores in your final year, as well as the extracurricular activities that you participated in college. If you have no internship experience, then speak of a college project you were a part of. Please remember, your response to this question should be around 1 minute. Be concise in your response. Now, if you have work experience, then respond to this question highlighting your work experience, the various roles you have played, and the responsibilities you've executed at the organizations you've been part of. Mention the recognition and awards that you have received, the projects you've been part of, and the impact they have had. Highlight your role in the projects, the key strengths that you have developed. Consider this. If you have many years of experience, please note the last 3 years are vital, so focus on them. Your response to this question should be around 1 to 1.5 minutes. Question 2. Why should the organization hire you? Speak of your strengths, your achievements, and show how your strength will be an asset to the organization. You could connect some of the key responsibilities mentioned in the job description to your experience and point how you are the ideal candidate for this role. Question 3. Why did you apply for this job post? Speak of the responsibilities of this post and why you are interested in it. Communicate how your education and experience will enable you to successfully execute the responsibilities. Speak on why you would enjoy doing this kind of work. If you have completed any certification courses which could help you fulfill the job responsibilities, mention it. Also say a line or two about the organization, their achievements, and that you want to be part of the organization's growth story. Question 4. Why do you want to leave your current organization? Well, this question is interesting because even if you are experiencing a poor environment at the current job, you can't really badmouth your current company. So the safe answer is usually that there are currently no growth opportunities available. Hence, you are looking to move to another organization. Question 5. Describe a challenge you faced at the workplace and how you handled it. To respond to this question, provide specific details of the challenge faced. What were the actions you took to address the problem? What were the results experienced? The challenge faced, the actions taken, the results experienced. Question 6. Salary expectations. Some companies may ask you prior to the interview, what is your salary expectation? During the interview, they will bring it up and may respond by saying that it is very high. They will ask you, why are you asking for such a package? You need to respond confidently, highlighting the following points. Your work experience so far. The responsibilities you have previously successfully handled. The manner in which you intend to add value to the company. Speak of how your recent certification puts you in a great position to align with the job role and the organization goals. And finally, you could say, you are looking for a % salary hike as it is an industry standard. Remember, whatever you say, speak with confidence. Don't be arrogant and aggressive. Rather, speak with respect, clarity, and conviction. They may give you a counteroffer, and if you feel that it justifies your services, then you can go ahead and confirm the same. Personality traits. In CVs, candidates write personality traits like leadership skills, analytical skills, communication skills. If the interviewer asks you about your leadership ability, respond with a specific example. You could speak on how you led a team as a project manager or a team leader. Speak of team size, duration of leadership, and results achieved together. Always remember, any question asked about capabilities, you should respond with an example. Examples help build your credibility in the eyes of the interviewer. So share examples whenever possible in an interview. Scenario-based questions. Interviews also have a segment of scenario-based questions. This is where the interviewer gives you a scenario and you are needed to respond by telling them what you would do if you were in that scenario. Always remember to listen carefully to the question. Speak slowly so that you have an extra moment to articulate yourself as you respond. If possible, share a similar experience if you have had one, how you responded or what you learned from that experience. Dressing sense. For an interview, dress smart, dress formal. A full sleeve shirt, light color shirt with a contrasting trouser is great. Wear a watch and formal shoes. If you are male, then wear socks similar to the color of your trousers. Whether it's Western wear or Indian wear, dress smart. Dressing smart shows the interviewer that you respect them, their organization, and yourself. For online interviews, I have 6 tips for you. Listen carefully, as a lot of organizations have initial interview rounds online. I'm sure you will find these tips helpful. Firstly, place your laptop camera at eye level. Look directly into the lens of the camera as you communicate. This gives the impression of eye contact. Secondly, make sure your background is a wall so that there is no movement behind you, which can cause a distraction for the interviewer. The other alternative is to have a virtual background. Thirdly, dress in smart formals. The color of the shirt should not be the same as the color of the background, or else you will camouflage and dissolve into the background. For example, if you have a white background, don't wear a white shirt. Fourthly, have a notepad, a pen, and a glass of water accessible. The notepad and pen will help you in case the interviewer asks you something analytical. You can occasionally take a sip of water to hydrate your throat. Also, if the interviewer asks you a question and you need an extra moment to think, you could take a sip of water and then respond to the question. Fifthly, volume and pace of speech. Make sure you are speaking loud and at a pace easy to understand. If you speak slightly slower than your regular pace, the words will be clearer and you will also be in a better position to articulate yourself. This will help the interviewer to understand you better. This tip of speaking loud and at a slow speed is applicable for both online as well as in-person job interviews. Speaking loud, not shouting, helps boost your confidence. The 6th point, be patient. In case there is a network issue, don't get upset. Stay relaxed. Be patient. The interviewer might ask you to repeat yourself again. Say, Yes, certainly, and repeat what you had mentioned a moment ago. If there is a network drop and you didn't hear the question, you can politely ask the interviewer to repeat the question. You could say, "I'm sorry, but could I request you to repeat the question?" Those were 6 tips for your online interview. With that, we come to the end of this tutorial. Hope these tips and techniques will be helpful as you prepare for your upcoming job interview. Wishing you the very best for the opportunities coming your way. Go crack that job interview. If this video helped you, like it, drop a comment, share it with a colleague, and subscribe for more value content. I'm Craig Travasso. Thank you for watching.